The following is a presentation of Flow Sports.
It's time to double down. It's time to raise the stakes. And it is time to go all in with the High Limit Sprint Car Series. This is the High Limit Room. It's the home of 24 high rollers. We are free. We are back at the Eldora Speedway after one night ago. One of the best overall nights of racing action I have personally ever seen here at the Eldora Speedway. The heat races, the B-mains, and both of those features one night ago. Certainly a night we will not soon forget. Now we roll on to the Joker's Jackpot here tonight for a $100,000 to win feature event. My name is Chase Rodman alongside of Blake Anderson here in the booth, and Tony Laporta bringing you the storylines down in the infield as well. Blake, I just can't stop thinking about last night. Every single time the cars hit the racetrack, just excellent action.
The heat races were phenomenal, and then we went into the B mains and they got a little better. The A mains, especially that first A main, that's some of the best racing I've seen here at Eldora. I've been coming here for nearly 20 years, and that was just incredible. I cannot wait for tonight. We ratchet things up tonight, Chase. $100,000 on the line.
$4,000 just to make the A main here this evening. Let's take a look at the weather forecast as you see fans milling around the Eldora Speedway area. 88 degrees right now, 6-mile-per-hour winds, and you can see overcast clouds. And Blake, we're starting to think that those wildfires up there in Canada are starting to make some smoke come down here to the Ohio area as well. So it's kind of making it look like it's a little foggy out there, but that's what we're dealing with right now. 101 degrees is what it feels like out there. Definitely a very hot day for the second day in a row.
Very similar to yesterday. Yesterday's 89 degrees at this time. Similar winds. The only difference is yesterday we had a little bit more sun, so that's going to be interesting. I feel like maybe a little less water in the racetrack than a night ago, but still quite a bit, and less racing. I think that's going to tune up to making a great A main tonight.
58 cars sign into a jam-packed pit area, which you're getting to look at here from the FloRacing drone. Let's look at the format for tonight. Obviously, everything yesterday set up what you're going to be seeing here this evening. We'll start things off with hot laps, of course, but the first on-track event where we'll see competitive action, the C mains, 2 of them, each will be 10 laps in distance, and the top 4 will move on to the back of 2 B mains, which will be 15 laps in distance. So a little bit extra time in these B mains, Blake, for the guys that are having to transfer from the C, or maybe they start mid-pack in the B there. Give them some time to roll up there and try and get into a transfer spot. 6 will transfer from those Bs, and a 35-lap feature event, which pays $100,000 to win. Last year, Kyle Larson, the winner of the Joker's Jackpot.
Tonight, he's got a front row starting spot to try to defend that, but that guy on screen, Aaron Reitzel, has been very fast here, Chase Rodman. Can he give a little redemption from a year ago?
Let's see what the track facts are telling us for today here at Eldora. Opened in 1954, of course. Been over 70 years since it's been here in Rossburg, Ohio. It is a half-mile in distance, and of course you see last night's feature winners, Brent Marks, who, you know, he won the race, Blake, and really was not contested the entire way, but the second place on back battle was just incredible. Corey Day, he had a great three-car race with Giovanni Selzi up there in that feature B, and I mean, it just was so good. The people were raving about it online, and hopefully we see some similar track conditions to tonight.
Gosh, if we see the same track, I think we're going to create a lot of new sprint car fans tonight, that's for sure. That last night was so much fun, and I don't doubt what Rob Plattfoot and the crew can do here. We've watched him work miracles through the year, and boy, he's going to have another good one for us tonight here at this surface.
I definitely believe so. Let's take a look at the nxtbets.com/playhlr odds for tonight. Kyle Larson with his starting spot up there on the front row, going to be the favorite for this one at plus 236. Corey Day starts next to him on row 1 at plus 320. A lot of the drivers you'll see there on the right side of your screen, they're already locked into the A main. Abreu, Marks, Courtney, Schuhart, Peck, and Macedo. A couple of the longer shots there, but Aaron Reitzel, Blake, at plus 7,700 to win tonight's race. He starts on the pole, the B main. If he can win that, he's going to start 13th place in that feature, and I have a very good feeling that you can come from just about anywhere in 35 laps. If we get a track like last night, you can start almost anywhere in the feature and get the win.
I mean, we saw it last night with Brad Sweet going 24th to 10th and before a last lap incident. I think could have dug out of that a little bit more. You see Brad's car on the screen there, Brad in the 94, and it's been a kind of a love-hate relationship for him recently at Eldora. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster ride for him as he adjusts to a new ride.
It certainly has been for Brad Sweet, but we'll see what he can do. He'll be in a B main later on tonight as well. Tony Laporta hanging out down in the infield. Tony, you'll be bringing us the storylines from down there on pit lane all night long, but boy, it's been fun to read all the comments online. Been talking to some fans here walking through the grounds, how excited they are to be here for the Joker's Jackpot after what we saw yesterday.
And that's the thing, Chase, that I really, really hope and believe that streaming these races with Flo and then televising them later tonight on national television with our partner at Fox Sports 1, I believe that streaming and broadcasting these races can and will show to the world just how badly they need to come and attend races here at the Eldora Speedway and all the other venues that Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing visits. This is the most entertaining, exciting, heart-pounding kind of racing I've ever been involved in, and it wouldn't be possible without all the people you see behind me. I'm going to ask Kyle Windsor, our camera operator, to take focus off of me, thankfully, and show you these crews, the trailers, and the race cars, and the men, the women, the family and friends of these race car drivers who work so hard and for so many hours. Guys, think about it. This is night 2 for Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing at Eldora Speedway. But for some of these teams and drivers, it's night number 4 straight of competing at big name sprint car racing events. You had Fremont, you had Attica, and then 2 nights here at Eldora Speedway. And there's 2 more huge nights coming up when the World of Outlaws take over, and it's the King's Royal. These teams, they have to service these cars, pull them apart, wash them, maintenance them, and get them back together, ready to go, and safely able to compete for their drivers to go out there and chase these major paydays that sprint car racing finds itself enjoying here in 2026. The crews, the families, the friends, and these drivers, I just don't think get enough credit for the incredible amount of work they pour in to putting on shows for fans here in the grandstands and the ones all around the world who are watching right now on Flow and who will join us when we go on FS1 at 7:30 Eastern later on this evening. It's a lot of work to have this much fun, but we are ready to enjoy a great night of racing. You guys were just talking about it. Last night was a wonderful appetizer to the main course. $100,000 to win Joker's Jackpot that's coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to step aside on Flow Racing. When we come back, we're going to be closer to having sprint cars on track here at the Big E.
This is Dason Pursley, and you are watching Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing on Flow Racing.
Who's it gonna be? Evan Distian steals it here tonight.
gonna be a long drive.
Hi!
What?
Don't let the brood spoil your mood. I got you covered. Silence is golden. Let's get rich.
Wait, what does that do? How are you so wonderful?
Actually, I'm Mr. Dependable. And like Interstate Batteries, I'm outrageously dependable.
Is there a Mrs. Dependable?
DMI is a leading manufacturer of steering, suspension, and driveline components of the sprint car industry. The line of Bulldog quick change rears featured unmatched reliability, innovation, and strength. DMI T-Rex torsion bars are the choice of the sport's top professionals who demand consistency and performance. DMI Bulldog components are proudly made in the USA in our Lancaster, Pennsylvania manufacturing facility. Visit diversifiedracing.com to learn more about the complete line of DMI racing components and Bulldog quick change rears.
The new Dirt Draft app. Faster, sharper, built to win. New lock windows and predictive contests. More ways to play, more ways to win. Lock in your drivers, watch the action, and become a fantasy champion. Every lap, every restart, every last lap slide job that moves you up the leaderboard. The green flag just dropped on the all-new Dirt Draft. Download it now at dirtdraft.com. Draft your team and get...
Go harder, faster, stronger with Rod End Supply. Whether you are running industrial, farming equipment, or a race car, Rod End Supply has the assortment of rod ends, radius rods, and specialty products that will help you lead the field in performance. Our superior design means our rod ends last longer and perform better, giving you the edge on the track and saving you money. Contact Rod End Supply or order online today at rodendsupply.com. We don't just sell them, we race them. rodendsupply.com. Serving the racing community for over 30 years.
Allgaier Performance is your one-stop shop for all your parts, tires, shocks, and fabrication needs. From drag strips to your local dirt track and asphalt tracks, Allgaier Performance can get what you need on track and into victory lane. Allgaier Performance is now the Midwest dealer for Longhorn chassis, complete with cars and genuine Longhorn parts and components. Stop by our locations in Springfield, Illinois, or Brownsburg, Indiana, or visit online at allgaierperformance.com.
Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches is a premier dealer for Renegade, Showhauler, Newmar, and Intech trailers. See for yourself why more racers come to Capital for all their transport needs. If you're in the market for a toter home, motor coach, or trailer, trust the people that are in the pits with you and support the sport. Check out our complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com.
Get a degree that puts you in the garage, the front office, and the spotlight with a motorsports marketing degree from the University of Northwestern Ohio.
I'm big on understanding the business side of motorsports, and UNOH is equipping people to do that.
From internships to real-world experience, social media and PR, to sponsorships and race day operations, this is the business behind the action.
You can promote races, you can get to know the drivers, you can even do marketing for a driver.
The starting line is waiting for you at UNOH.
Hi!
What are you doing?
Revving up this road trip.
Did someone say road trip?
I'm Mr. Dependable. And like Interstate Batteries, I'm outrageously dependable.
We would like to say thanks to our friends at Eclipse Claims, eclipsing insurance tactics and protecting your payout. And also thanks to UNOH, that's the University of Northwestern Ohio. Go to unoh.edu to learn more. We've got cars rolling onto the racetrack for Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 1. And Blake Anderson, the drivers, are coming out here in their race for tonight. So this will be the drivers in C-Main number 1. And there is the first car on your screen there. Rolling off of turn number 4 now. That is going to be the 27H of Bryce Lucius out of Findlay, Ohio. The Hefner Racing Enterprises, Radata Trucking, Triple X Chassis, Lincoln Speedway, number 27H.
Following him in turn number 4, he comes to us from Sacramento, California, the Valvoline, Burchard Financial, Triple J Towing, Butler Built 101 is Caleb Henry. Caleb Henry in car number 101.
And coming off of turn number 4 now from Jonestown, Pennsylvania, the Michael Dutcher Motorsports, Lifestyle Homes, Big Rig Repair of Indiana, Avanti Industries, Milton Hershey School, number 17 GP, Brock Zierfoss. Brock Zierfoss in the 17 GP.
Following him from Waco, Texas, in the Bush's Chicken, Two Worlds Equestrian, Kaiser Wheels, Outlaw Wings, Smith Titanium 9R is Chase Randall. Chase Randall in car number 9R.
From Adrian, Michigan, driving the STP Motorsports MDR 2MD, Mushykins, Indy Race Parts, Moon and Dagger Tattoo, Slusarski Paving. Number 2MD, it's Darren Nida. Darren Nida in the 2MD.
From Northport, Florida, the Global Link, Moxie Performance Advisors, GSR Racing, CSI Shocks, Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps. Number 24D, it's Danny Sams III. Danny Sams III in car number 24D.
And from Liverpool, Pennsylvania, behind the wheel of the Village Square Plaza, Mountain View Travel, Smith Titanium, Fine Line Auto Body, number 11, it's TJ Stutz. TJ Stutz in the number 11.
From Indianapolis, Indiana, the Northwest Ohio Towing and Recovery, Sugar Street Bar and Grill, Team Jack Foundation, Specialty Headers number 97 is Zach Hampton. Zach Hampton in the 97.
From Mason City, Illinois, behind the wheel of the Weiser Agency, Wix Filters, MotorsportsAuctions.com, Dorset Automotive number 5B, that is Carter Sarf. Carter Sarf in the 5B.
From Glendale, Arizona, the India Performance Composites, Moxie, Maxim Chassis, High Performance Lubricants, AZ HVAC number 51 is Ashton Torgerson. Ashton Torgerson in the 51.
These are the drivers in the C Main number 1 race. It'll be the first race you see on the track tonight. One driver we do not see that is scheduled to be in that first C Main is the 15K of Creed Kavanaugh. And there he is on the track there. Creed coming off of turn number 4. Kavanaugh is from Alveda, Ohio, the Ohio Logistics Truck Works of Ohio, North Baltimore Custom Cuts, number 15K. Caution flag waving. Chase Randall currently the fastest driver at a 14.302 second lap time. Danny Sams in second, a 14.447. Darren Nida in third, 14.593. And then Creed Kavanaugh fourth, a 16.821. Excuse me, I have my settings wrong there. Kavanaugh has actually a 14.736, and then Ashton Torgerson in fifth at a 14.785. So it looks like a slow wheel packing session here, much like what we saw here one night ago to get that extra moisture on the top of the surface worked in.
And usually we see times drop in that half second to second area when we roll in like this for a lap or two, really see that track start to widen out. So this will be good for the racing surface. Of course, all leading up to that A-Main tonight, 50-50 tickets, almost $7,700 to win. That is your 2 win under the big screen. So if you're watching on FloRacing and you're in the state of Ohio, you can go to Eldora5050.com and buy those tickets now. Or if you're here on the grounds, pick up your 50-50 tickets now.
Dirt Draft is the sponsor of Hot Laps for every single Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing feature every single night throughout the 2026 season. If you would like to download the new Dirt Draft app, you can do that in the Apple or the Google Play Store. And the new members or reactivating members or subscribers get a $10 High Limit Racing gift card to use in the merchandise store. So if you look at maybe getting a new shirt, new hat, you could do so with a $10 gift card from Dirt Draft if you become a new member, or if you are an old member and want to rejoin. There are new features, new games, and a new speed shop. It is the new Dirt Draft app. You can be the 2026 High Limit Racing Fantasy Champion.
It makes race nights so much more fun playing Dirt Draft. Gives you a reason to root for a guy maybe that you wouldn't typically watch.
It does, and of course they added a league function last year to where you can play against just a couple of your buddies. You don't have to play against hundreds of other people from you don't know. So it's a good one to have if you want to get like a work. Yeah. Like if somebody at your work you want to play against on Dirt Draft, it's a good way to do it with their league function they added 1 year ago. White flag is out. Brock Zierfoss goes to the top. Now Randall back to the top spot, a 13.668 for the 9R. Ashton Torgerson finds himself to the top. Now we got one off the pace as the checkered is displayed. The 15K of Creed Kavanaugh with an issue down in turn 1. And Creed was having a really good night here 1 day ago there. Blake was from the B main, was up to 12th or 13th in the feature before having to pull off. He said the engine was getting hot, and now he comes to a stop here in his hot lap session.
Said in qualifying, he said he saw or spun the throttle linkage, so the butterflies weren't opening for him in qualifying, so that put him a little behind the 8 ball. But he had a good night last night for Creed, and right now we saw that track get about 7/10 faster just by working in the track a little bit. Brock Zierfoss getting used to the new seat.
Yeah.
Just a couple nights in the seat in the 17 GP.
Ashton Torgerson second quick so far, a 13.651. Then Chase Randall third, a 13.668. Caleb Henry fourth, 13.716. And Danny Sams in the fifth spot at a 13.746. Here come the drivers in C-Main number 2.
First car onto the racetrack, he comes to us from Evans City, Pennsylvania, driving the Ravens trailer. Rustler Service, Superior Tank and Trailer, Top Shelf Trucking. 22 is Brandon Spithaler. Brandon Spithaler in car number 22.
From Plymouth, Indiana, the A to Z Mechanical, Global Link, Duff's Bar and Grill, Tony Elliott Foundation. Number 14Z, it's Zane DeVault. Zane DeVault in the 14Z.
Following him in the 1A, that's going to be Cameron Smith from Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, the Speed Dog. Moxie, Stevie Carr, PhilPools.com, Newman's Racing Engines 1A, Cameron Smith.
Made his Eldora Speedway debut here one night ago from Gympie, Queensland, Australia. The Corbett's Group's Precision Well Services, Ike's Performance. Number 25, Jai Corbett. Jai Corbett in the 25.
From East Grand Forks, Minnesota, the Proceed, JW Repair, Ekman Dental Arts, Phil Thompson and Associates G5. It's the Bandit, Gage Polkerbeck. Gage Polkerbeck in car number G5.
And also rolling around the Speedway here for this hot lap session, he is the driver out of Leduc, Alberta, Canada, and the Gibbsville Cheese, Flint Trucking, Nelson Brothers Construction, CMR Wholesale Tools, number 16C, Skylar G. Skylar G in the 16C.
Rolling into turn number 3 from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the Weikert's Livestock, SpeedwayCars.com, York Excavating, RV 4-wheel drive number 48. It's Double D, Danny Dietrich. Danny Dietrich in car number 48.
From Adel, Iowa, the New American Funding, JMO Motorsports, Carl Coons Agency, RevTech, number 1K, that is Kelby Watt. Kelby Watt in the 1K.
From Worthington, Pennsylvania, the Jarrett Company, Blood Lubricants, CSI Shocks, Kaiser Wheels, number 3, it's John Jarrett. John Jarrett in car number 3.
And from Sandusky, Ohio, behind the wheel of the Real American Beer, Ohio Truck Sales, Erie Waste, Whiteford, Kenworth, number 15C, that is Chris Andrews. Chris Andrews in the 15C.
From Stoneboro, Pennsylvania, the Bottle Management, H&H Materials, Slippery Rock Materials, Myers Masonry, number 5J, it's the Dreamweaver, Jeremy Weaver. Jeremy Weaver in car number 5J.
Cameron Smith goes to the top of the board on lap 1 to a 13.491. He's the only driver in the top 5 in this session so far. Jeremy Weaver up to 8th quick, a 13.791. Now Dietrich goes to 2nd at a 13.565.
Cameron Smith has adapted quickly to Eldora Speedway, Chase Rodman. Tonight, just his second ever appearance here at the Eldora Half Mile.
John Jarrett goes to 7th fast, a 13.743. Good to see Jarrett back on the track tonight after a big wreck here one night ago.
That's really good to see him back out here. He's been doing a little bit more traveling this year, which has been fun to see.
Looks like the yellow lights are going to come on. No checkered flag, however. Looks like a car is off the pace, and that is John Jarrett.
New car, so you got to wonder, shaking the bugs out of the 3 car tonight.
Jarrett's lap time was good enough for 7th fast there before this issue, a 13.743. There is Cameron Smith. He is the best driver in hot laps now at a 13.491. Dietrich behind him at a 13.565. Brock Zierfoss from session number 1 is in 3rd. Ashton Torgerson in 4th, and Chase Randall in 5th. Then it's going to be Caleb Henry, John Jarrett, Danny Sams, Bryce Lucius, and Jeremy Weaver. Next group of hot laps are going to be the drivers that will be in B-Main number 1 later on in the racing program. First car getting shoved onto the Speedway, one of our full-time high rollers out of Apollo, Pennsylvania, in the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, MAV Motorsports, number 42, Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42.
Following him from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Casey Kane Racing with Mike Kerb, Napa, Brumos Collection, Ballard Products, Carver Corporation, number 9 is Dason Pursley. Dason Pursley in car number 9.
And the defending Kings Royal Champion also rolling down into turn number 3. It is the driver to Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, J&S Classics, DMS Trash, York Excavating, number 39M, Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri in the 39M.
Rolling down the front stretch, he comes to us from Minden, Nevada, driving the JST Motorsports, Smith Titanium, Factory Cane, Maxima Racing Oils, Mesilla Valley Transportation. Number 88 is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in car number 88.
Coming down the front straightaway now, that is going to be Brian Brown out of Higginsville, Missouri, in the Casey's FVP, Andy's Frozen Custard, Impact Signs, Dittsville Transfer, Wilkerson Crane Rental, number 21B.
From Rising Sun, Maryland, the Spectrum, Freeway Insurance, Moto Classic, Classic Collision Chili's, number 87X is Steven Snyder Jr. Steven Snyder Jr. in car number 87X.
From Clute, Texas, driving the Fulkins Brothers Trucking Power Plus, Brian Paver Motorsports, STC Monty Farms. Number 87, the driver is Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the 87.
Just ahead of him from Pen Grove, California, the Toyota Racing Mobile One, Roth Motorsports, Roth Enterprises. HR Livestock number 83 is Buddy Kofoid. Buddy Kofoid in car number 83.
And rolling into turn number 2 now, that is the driver to Columbia, Missouri, driving the SNS Nationwide CSC Group, Dave Smith GMC, Easy Gaming, Linville Repair, number 23, Garrett Williamson. Garrett Williamson in the 23.
From Santa Rosa, California, driving the Installtech, Velocity Engineering, Blackburn Construction, Dirt Dudes, number 19, Junior is Joel Myers Jr. Joel Myers Jr. in car number 19.
And rolling into turn 3 now, there's Kerry Madsen from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. In the Maxim Trucking, TK Concrete, Logan Contractor Supply, Rexco Equipment, Zip-Ons, number 55, it's the Madman, Kerry Madsen.
And rolling off at turn number 2 from Watertown, Connecticut, the shop, Huset's.com, Billionauto.com, Prosper Real Estate, JRC Transportation, Jackson Motorsplex, Huset Speedway number 2 is David Gravel. David Gravel in car number 2.
A lot of good names for a B main later on tonight, Blake. That is going to be an exciting one. Top 6 will transfer after 15 laps.
We've got the Outlaws points leader, the defending Kings Royal champion, all stacked in this one. According to the guy that's 2 drivers that have led high limit points this year.
Tanner Thorson, speaking of a driver that led high limit points, goes to the top of the board, a 13.413. 1 car off the pace on the front stretch here. It's Joel Myers Jr. And Myers is going to draw the caution flag as Tanner Thorson finds himself at the top of the charts at a 13.413, with Brian Brown now moving to second quick at 13.462. Got to imagine they're going to give him more laps. Actually, that is not the case as Aaron Reitzel pulls in. Actually, the rest of the drivers are staying out there.
So everyone else rolls by. You wonder if Aaron's maybe going to try to make some changes to that 87. He said he talked yesterday in his interview with Tony after winning the heat race, just not quite comfortable. He thinks they can get it there, but...
And that was after having a pretty good heat race.
Yeah, after winning by 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, talking about getting comfortable, talk to Brian Brown a little bit. And that wrist, he had a wrist injury last year at the Knoxville Nationals the second week of August and broke his wrist, came back a month later, set quick time with you guys at the Tuscarora 50, and then scratched the rest of the night, wasn't comfortable, then came back to start the year and said he's still just battling that wrist a little bit, still fighting it. So we'll see if the 5-time Knoxville Raceway track champion can get that Casey's number 21 rolling tonight. I could go for a slice of Casey's pizza.
It's pretty darn good. He's going to start 7th in that B main later on, so he's going to have to pick up at least 1 spot to transfer into tonight's Joker's Jackpot.
Buddy Kofoid, another guy fighting for his life in this B main tonight. You are not kidding, Chase. Tonight's B main is absolutely stacked.
This is a tough field here at the Joker's Jackpot. Green flag waves once again. Thorson, Brown, and Reitzel, the only drivers in the top 10 that were in this session. Remember, Reitzel pulled off. He must have thought that the hot lap session was over. Cy Lynch goes to 7th fast. David Gravel into the top 5. He's with Kerry Madsen there as well. Madsen goes to 6th fast at a 13.541.
Gravel broke that rear end last night, bringing his A main to a close. So put him in a little bit of a hole. Going to be fun to watch.
This is 2 years in a row that David's running the B main on the Joker's Jackpot night. There is Tanner Thorson, fastest driver overall in hot laps now at 13.413 seconds. Brian Brown second at 13.462. Cameron Smith in third. Then Garrett Williamson fourth, a 13.495. And David Gravel in fifth, 13.528. Kerry Madsen, Danny Dietrich, Brock Zierfoss, Cy Lynch, and Ashton Torgerson, the 10 fastest cars. And now here comes the drivers in B main number 2.
First car onto the track comes to us from Jacksonville, Oregon. The Jugo Superfoods, Pella Avani Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Juniata Concrete. Number 13 is Tanner Holmes. Tanner Holmes in car number 13.
From Lemoore, California, driving the 2C Racing, Outlaw Wings, Wedge High Performance Carts, Kaiser Wheels, Level Utilities, number 2C, Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 2C.
From York, Pennsylvania, he is the winningest sprint car driver in the country. The Traco Manufacturing, Mountain Ridge Metals, GL Capital, Glenville Station, Dave Hohen, Schilt Welding. 23D is Chase Dietz. Chase Dietz in car number 23D.
From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the all-by-your alternative, Joel Pitch and Trucking, Hample Oil, CP Excavating Raw Machinery, number 10. The driver is Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in car number 10.
Coming to us from Grass Valley, California, the JVI Group, Finley Farms, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Works Limited, Durst Incorporated, number 94. It's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in car number 94.
And coming across the flag stand now from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, the American Rock and Rent, Tarleton & Son, Toyota Racing Dirt Incorporated, number 21, James McFadden. James McFadden in the 21.
Coming to us from Franklin, Indiana, the WCI, Petrie Excavating, Klassmeyer Petrie Motorsports, number 27, it's Chili Bowl champion, Emerson Axum. Emerson Axum in car number 27.
And making his way off the second corner now, that is Corey Eliason out of Visalia, California. The Redline Welding and Construction, Morrison Engine, Smith Titanium, King Racing Products, number 45W.
Rolling off of turn number 2 now from Lebanon, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink, West Tennessee Expediting. Tag Truck Center, ZMAX. Stanton Racing Engines, number 17 is Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in car number 17.
From Canton, Illinois, drive the NOS Energy Drink, King Racing Products, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Cards, High Performance Lubricants, Phillips and Tosco Developers, number 7S, Chris Wyndham. Chris Wyndham in the 7S.
From Fargo, North Dakota, a 10-time World of Outlaws champion in the nice Cretan Land. It's Absolute Automation, PhilPools.com. JRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, number 15, it's Donnie Schatz. Donnie Schatz in car number 15.
And his young teammate rolls down the backstretch as well to Lubbock, Texas, the Horizon Whiskey, nice Cretan Land is PhilPools.com. High Performance Lubricants, Army Ranch, number 5, Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in the number 5. Here we go, B-Main hot laps for the drivers in B-Main number 2.
13-4-13, the number we're looking for, Chase.
Tanner Thorson currently at the top of the heap here. See if anybody's got anything for him. Brenham Crouch is 22nd fast here. He's the best so far at a 13,800. Now Ryan Timms goes into the top 10 at a 13,639. Brad Sweet, 12th quick at 13,654. Timms is better on lap 2, up to a 13,625 now.
Ryan Timms adjusting to Eldora. Not an easy place to just dive right into the deep end.
He is now surpassed, though, by Brenham Crouch, who goes into the top 10, a 13,617 for the CJB Motorsports car.
Brenham Crouch, since he paired up with Heath Moyle, they've been finding speed and a little bit more consistency within their program.
6 top 10s this year for Brenham Crouch with Hylema Racing, and he is going to be the fastest driver in this session at a 13,617 for the number 5 car. Ryan Timms was 11th fast there at a 13,625. Those were the 2 best drivers in that hot lap session. Tanner Thorson, Brian Brown, Cameron Smith, Garrett Williamson, and David Gravel still the fast 5. And now we get to see the drivers come onto the racetrack that are locked into tonight's A-Main. These 12 contenders here had the most points through qualifying, heat races, and the features one night ago, and they'll be in the first 6 rows of tonight's A-Main.
First car to hit the racetrack comes to us from St. Helena, California. The Tony Stewart Kerr Bagajanian Racing, CarQuest, Sugar Bee Apple, Swan Island Sheet Metal, Jackson Superhero Foundation, number 14. It's the Rushville Rocket car of Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in car number 14.
From Indianapolis, Indiana, behind the wheel, the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Brant Professional Agriculture, Gainbridge, number 7 BC, that is Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC.
From Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Whistle Stop, Sure Shot Tap House, Dickman Electrical Supply, Spankins Motorsports, number 21H, the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon in car number 21H.
And the winner of Group A feature last night from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the McGrewBid.com, Baps Paint, K&L Utilities, Livewire Customs, number 19, Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19.
Following him, the winner of the Group B feature last night from Clovis, California, the Four Seas Construction, Sander Engineering, Autry Plumbing, Sencal Demolition, number 14D is Corey Day. Corey Day in car number 14D.
And his best friend for a few laps on track last night, Giovanni Selzy, rolls into turn number 1 out of Fresno, California. The Chili Spire Motorsports, Carmen Trucking, Ziegler Auto Group, Gainbridge, number 77.
From Elk Grove, California, in the All Buy Your Alternative, HendrickCars.com, JVI Group, Finley Farms, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, FloRacing, number 57 is Young Money, Kyle Larson. The defending winner of this event, Kyle Larson in car number 57.
From Worcester, Ohio, in the NOS Energy Drinks, Logan Contractor Supply, Bobcat Aspen Air Royal Flooring, number 18, Sheldon Hodenshield. Sheldon Hodenshield in car number 18.
From Monrovia, Indiana, in the Skagit Speedway Race Redeem Foundation, Hager Realty, Stancraft Jet Center. Angel of the Winds Casino Resort, number 26 is Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26.
And from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Relodyne, Federated Auto Parts, Mark Martin Motors, TKS Concrete, Shark Racing, number 1S, Logan Schuhart. Logan Schuhart in the 1S.
Boy, did Rico and Kyle Larson put on a show last night paddling inside the top 5 chase. And we talked to Rico about it, and he talked about how much fun that was today.
You would have thought he was really mad at Kyle, but he's just having fun out there.
They were just having a good time.
Sheldon Haudenschild up to 10th, and now Brady Bacon goes 9th fast, a 13.593. He's the best of these 12 drivers so far. Sheldon Haudenschild up to 10th, his second lap, 13.614. Looks like Thorson might be able to stay here at the top of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Now Sheldon's better on lap 3 to a 13.612. A lot of cars way down the order here in this A-Main Hot Lap session.
Which I think that bodes well for racing later on this evening. The track's slowing down just a little bit.
Absolutely. With the format we've got here tonight, just 5 races on the card, and so you want to make sure the track is nice and wide, nice and slick for those events. Brady Bacon going to be at the 9th spot after that hot lap session, the best in that group at a 13.593 second lap time. So Bacon 9th, but Tanner Thorson is going to be the fastest overall tonight in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at a 13.413. Brian Brown 2nd, Cameron Smith 3rd, Garrett Williamson 4th, and David Gravel in 5th, followed by Kerry Madsen, Danny Dietrich, Brock Zierfoss, Brady Bacon, and Sheldon Haudenschild. As those drivers will head back to their trailers, and those A-Main cars, we won't see them for a little while here, Blake.
We don't see them for a couple more hours.
They are going to be sitting around for a while watching some B-Main and C-Main action, as we do have opening ceremonies set for 7:15 here this evening. And then we will go live on Fox Sports 1 at 7:30. So with that being said, we're going to take a break here on the FloRacing broadcast. We'll come back with more here from the Eldora Speedway.
I'm Danny Sams. You're watching Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing on FloRacing.
BR Motorsports. Built for champions, feared by the competition. For over 30 years, the fastest racers on America's dirt tracks have trusted one name to keep them unbeatable. BR Motorsports. When you're chasing victory, you don't have time for excuses. You need same-day shipping, real tech support, and a crew that actually knows racing. Champions don't gamble. Champions choose. BR Motorsports.
Is it all a fever dream? I'm burning gasoline. And Rico goes back to the high side. Get to the windshield. To the turn now. Look to the inside of turn 1.
Abreu to the outside. Major contact.
Hi!
What are you doing?
Revving up this road trip.
Did someone say road trip?
I'm Mr. Dependable, and like Interstate Batteries, I'm outrageously dependable.
Dirt track racing isn't clean. It's chaos. Out here, nothing is given. When everything's on the edge, control is everything. And that's why drivers trust FK rod ends. Precision built to take the hits. Lap after lap, corner after corner. FK rod ends. Built for the dirt, proven at speed.
At the University of Northwestern Ohio, racing isn't just a class, it's a lifestyle.
Every single day, I go to class and we're thinking about racing. And on the weekends, it's about racing. Literally, my entire life is racing now, and I just love it.
At UNOH, your classroom is a garage. Your homework, horsepower. And your network, the racetrack.
Making the connections with all those people is huge. That's how you get somewhere in racing, and UNOH definitely helps you with that.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
We're
valve train technology and racing passion meet.
Here watching this exciting racing that High Limit Racing produces. The intensity's high in the pit area.
You'll have that. That's racing with the best guys in the country.
Elbows up and you know, whoever kind of runs the hardest can be the fastest.
So what am I doing?
In cursive.
Like a signature or like nice cursive? So what am I doing?
Write your name in cursive.
In cursive.
Like a signature or like nice cursive?
I don't think it's that bad.
Pretty good, huh? I was gonna say maybe 8 out of 10, but I'm gonna say 6 out of 10 now since I smudged it.
All right, now sign your autograph.
I would rate my handwriting like a 4 out of 10. My cursive, I'd say 4.5.
My signature? Okay. It's a little, yeah, it's different.
I generally don't add my S at the end of my signature for some reason. So I get called Mark a lot, and that's probably why.
I think it got me nervous, so it's pretty crappy, but it's slowly come back at the end.
JTPK. I don't know, it's just a quick and easy way to do it for me.
Oh, nice. Might have to change it.
Yeah, but it's way longer. I try to get the autographs done as quick as possible.
I practiced that my whole time in elementary school, middle school, and high school. That's all I did.
20 years of getting it right.
Blake, you know how to write your name in cursive, right?
I can do that.
Okay.
I learned that. They don't really teach that anymore from what I understand. I don't think I could do a Z in cursive. I'm confident I couldn't do a Z in cursive.
Yeah, cursive's tough sometimes, especially when you haven't wrote in cursive in like, what, 20 years?
Yeah, I mean, boy, that's been, for me, longer than 20 years ago. I'm in my upper 30s now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, cursive is tough in 2026, but you see all these race fans here. I'm sure a lot of them were here one night ago and got to witness the spectacular racing that we saw on the racetrack. And Blake, if they weren't here last night, there's some fans that weren't here. Well, obviously they missed a show.
Boy, hopefully they were watching on FloRacing and Amazon Prime.
But if they weren't, we are going to be able to show them the highlights of yesterday's Double Down Duels features. So if you're here at the racetrack, pay attention to the big screen over in turn number 2 as we show you the highlights from last night's racing. Let's go racing up at turn number 4. We are green.
Great start for James McFadden. He'll lead the field into turn number 1. Brent Marks going to slide up the racetrack. He'll close the door and lead him off at turn 2.
Brent Marks with the lead, but here comes McFadden. Points the car down to the inside. Thinks better of it as Marks going to come off at turn number 4 and lead lap number 1. Here comes Chase Randall down the front straightaway. Randall's in the back pocket of McFadden racing for that second spot. He's challenged down low by Tyler Courtney.
Chase Randall with a big run. Tyler Courtney moves out the bottom, and Sheldon Haudenschild right there. 3-car battle for third. They get 3 wide. Sheldon Haudenschild through the middle. Tyler Courtney at the bottom, and now 3 wide for second.
Sheldon getting banana splitty 2 times in 1 lap. He'll get by McFadden in turn number 2 and coming after Tyler Courtney. Now McFadden turns it down the hill. He'll get back by Sheldon now by the 7BC as well. What a move there from McFadden. They go 3 wide again in turn number 4. Sheldon Haudenschild getting by his Nauset returning teammate.
This is exactly what Brent Marks wants. He wants him duking it out for a second so he can run away and hide. The battle for third stays hot. Side by side goes Sunshine and Sheldon. Meanwhile, Chase Randall trying to work his way back to the bumper of Tyler Courtney for the fourth spot.
Battle for second in turn 3.
Sheldon Haudenschild across the nose of James McFadden, and McFadden takes the spot back, but Sheldon crosses him up into turn number 1. There's Brent Marks in thick black traffic. They both have an opportunity to close in on him. Now Sheldon takes the spot down the backstretch.
Sheldon Haudenschild down to the second spot, getting by James McFadden. McFadden rides the cushion in turns 3 and 4, gets another run on the Nauset standard straight number 18 car. To the inside comes McFadden. Going to take that second spot back away in turn number 2. McFadden goes back to second, and Chase Randall's catching both of those drivers.
And Tyler Courtney gets by Randall as Randall taps the wall off at turn number 2, and here comes Rico, and he's bringing Kyle Larson with him in the 57. Sunshine back into 4th and closing on James McFadden into turn number 1. Down the backstretch, McFadden crosses him up as Rico and Larson battling hard for 6.
Oh, they almost got into each other again down the back straightaway. They are not playing nice, the 14 and the 57. Rico's got the spot around the outside, comes Larson though, and Logan Schuart's right there as well. Rico Avery around the bottom. Here comes Larson, big time maneuver off the corner. He'll pull up next to Rico and take that spot away in turn 3.
Tyler Courtney takes the 3rd spot from James McFadden. He closes the door hard off of turn number 4, and he'll hang on to the spot through lap traffic. Here, Rico and Larson tag wheels again into turn 1.
Those two do not seem to be happy with each other here midway through this double down dual feature event. Rico's got the spot back away. Up front though, Sheldon Hodenshield closing in on the 19 of Brent Marks at the front of the field.
Thick lap traffic, and Larson and Rico now to the back bumper, and Chase Randall trying to crack into the top 5. Larson with a huge move to take the spot.
Kyle Larson now goes by Chase Randall, takes over the top 5 position. Randall points the car to the inside. Another slider coming in from the 9R car. And behind them, Logan Schuart goes by the 14 of Rico Abreu. Kyle Larson's now up to 4th. Here's a big move out of McFadden back across the nose of the 57 car.
Larson grabs the brake pedal, drops the nose on the 57, and hangs on to the spot into turn number 1. Battles all over Eldora, and Logan Schuart now working his way through the pack as he and Rico go to war. Tyler Courtney to second in turn number 3, slides across the nose of Sheldon Hodenshield.
Tyler Courtney and Sheldon Hodenshield chiseling into the lead of Brent Marks. Hodenshield now back in front of the 7BC car into turn number 1, and Kyle Larson appears to be closing in on both of those drivers. Up front, that lead for Brent Marks is still a big one. Close call in turn 3 as Sheldon just cut the nose off the 7BC car.
Sheldon chops Sunshine hard into turn number 3 to protect the ground. Brent Marks running away, and Sheldon protecting side by side once more. Kyle Larson roping both of them in.
Larson definitely closing the gap on the 7BC and the 18 car. Up front, Brent Marks leads by 20 car lengths. Around the outside comes Kyle Larson, a 3-car battle for second. Here comes Larson through the middle. Gets by Sheldon, now coming after the 7BC.
Tyler Courtney closes the doors. Sheldon back to the inside, move him back into the 3rd spot. Sheldon takes it right back from Larson as Tyler Courtney takes the 2nd spot across the start-finish line. Oh my Lord, and Sheldon and Larson nearly come together. They're battling with Larson across the nose.
They got together in turn 1. Sheldon's left front tire may have an issue there as they got together in turn number 1. Larson takes the 3rd spot back away. Sheldon a big move to the inside with some payback. He gets very close in turn 4. Kyle Larson has that 3rd spot across the start-finish line, Blake.
Brent Marks has run away from the rest of the pack, but boy, are things picking up behind him. Tyler Courtney hanging on to second, this time by white flag flying. 1 to go for Brent Marks.
1 lap to go for Brent Marks at the front of the field. Got his first win of the year on Monday. Oh, into the wall. Chase Randall. Caution's going to come out.
Batting the hatches. This is going to be good. We're back underway.
Larson runs the cushion on the restart. It's going to have a big run on Tyler Courtney. Courtney goes down low. That forces Larson to the middle. He'll get to the cushion on the exit of turn number 2. They're going to come around this time by to the white flag, and Tyler Courtney's right there with Brent Marks.
Here comes Sheldon back at Kyle Larson as Sunshine trying to keep Brent Marks well within striking distance. Marks has pushed the limit to about 8 car lengths. He stumbles a little bit on the high side, and Sunshine, can he close in?
Down the back straightaway for the final time in the first double down dual feature event of the night. Off of turn number 4, it's going to be Brent Marks leading flag to flag in this one.
Rico slips by for 4th off of turn number 4.
Tyler Courtney 2nd, Kyle Larson 3rd, Rico Avery 4th, and Sheldon Hodenshield 5th.
Here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
Off and running in double down feature number 2. Emerson Axum with the early race lead. They went 3 wide briefly for that 2nd spot around the outside. Slingshot maneuver, the 77 car. Giovanni Selzy goes to the race lead. But now Emerson Axum drives it in deep. They will be side by side across the start-finish line for the top spot. Gio leads lap 1.
Gio leads lap 1, but Emerson paces him to the inside as Corey Day slips in front of Justin Peck. Move Day into the 3rd spot as Axum battling back to the lead in turns 3 and 4, but Gio hangs on.
Giovanni Selzy looking for that first win under the Spire Motorsports banner. Can it happen here tonight? tonight on night one of the Kings Royal Week. Emerson Axum back to his inside. They go side by side once again down the back straightaway. Gio has the advantage now. Emerson, a big move to the inside. Slide job for the race lead. Emerson Axum takes it away off of turn 4.
Gio stumbles a little bit, and that opens the door for Emerson Axum to take this top spot back as Corey Day lurking behind him and roping them both. And here comes Giovanni Scelzi back to the lead into turn 3.
Emerson Axum, it's the same song, different dance. He'll slide once again up the hill in front of Giovanni Scelzi. He leaves him a little bit of room. Gio can't get through the door there, as it looks like Emerson's going to have the race lead once again down into turn number 2. But Gio, a big run off of 2. He'll take it right back away. Great stuff at the front of the field. A 3-car battle for the race lead at the front of the field. Gio bangs it off the wall in turn number 4. Now Payday's on the back bumper of Axum for second.
Corey Day right at the back bumper, nearly coming together with Emerson Axum into turn number 1. Day slips up the racetrack, tags the wall, and loses wholesale ground to the 27. Now Emerson Axum closing back in on Giovanni Scelzi as he rim rides in turns 3 and 4.
There goes Axum for the race lead in turn 4.
Axum through the slider for the lead. He'll take the top spot into turn number 1, but Scelzi takes it right back. And here comes Corey Day on the high side. Corey Day closing in on both of them. Lap traffic right in front of your leaders.
Here comes Axum once again. He's going to get his progress impeded by Danny Sams, who's down on the inside of the racetrack, and around the outside, Gio's going to have the race lead. Corey Day goes to second across the start-finish line. Payday to second by Emerson Axum, and now on the back bumper of Giovanni Scelzi down the back straightaway.
Boy, what a run by Corey Day off of turns 3 and 4, and now the high side's open. Corey Day on the fence, down to the back bumper for the top spot.
Gio now feeling the pressures. Here comes Corey Day to the inside. Slide job for the race lead. They'll take it away in turn number 2. Corey Day to the lead down the back straightaway at Eldora Speedway.
It's your leader, Corey Day, starting to run away. The battle for second continues to wage on.
Emerson Axum, he'll reacquire that second spot in turn number 4. Slides across the nose of Gio. Gio crosses him up down the front straight. They get very close into turn 1 as Gio's going to take the spot back away. Axum going to cross him up off of turn number 2. He's got to run as they close it on his floor car. Brock Searfoss. Caution, David Gravel, the problem.
Wow, high point man David Gravel slowing and rolling into the work area here.
They're going to go underneath and take apart that rear end assembly. It's going to be too late. Field coming back to green.
Thank you very much, Tony. Great restart for Giovanni Scelzi. Scelzi takes the lead down the front straightaway. Corey Day back to the inside. Gio drives around him, and he's got the race lead down the back straightaway. What a restart.
What a restart by Giovanni Scelzi is now. Scelzi works to the middle. The high side's open for Corey Day, and Day closing back in on the chilly 77.
Gio knows where Corey Day is going to be at. He's going to be on the top, but can he play defensive here and hold off that Sander Engineering number 14 car? Gio goes down low. Corey Day absolutely blasting the cushion. He'll take the race lead back away.
Battle for third picking up. Justin Peck going after Emerson Axum for the third spot. Peck on the high side trying to find momentum down the backstretch. The Hager Realty 26 car of Justin Peck coming to life, trying to get on the podium. They found a lot of speed as of late, and Peck takes the third spot into turns 3 and 4.
Emerson Axum drives it in deep here as a slide job attempt from the Petrie Motorsports car. Comes up short around the outside. Peck's going to have the spot across the start-finish line. Justin Peck to third. Emerson Axum back to fourth, and Carson Macedo in fifth.
Justin Peck with 4 straight top 10s, trying to make it 5 straight tonight. And on the podium is thick lap traffic starting to brew. We got one off the pace. It looks to be Creed Kemenaugh. Yes, it is Creed in the 15K car.
Watch Corey Day's car when he takes the lead away from Gio after the restart.
Oh.
Flips him off. Gives him the bird.
Little hand gesture there from Corey Day.
Green flag coming back out. We've got 5, make that 4 laps to go here on Double Down feature number 2.
Well, the battle for third continues to pick up. There goes Carson Macedo to the inside, move him to fourth, and Spencer Baston coming to life on that restart.
Yeah, Spencer Baston coming after the 87 of Aaron Wright, so he's going to make that pass in turn number 3. Carson Macedo around the bottom, and a couple of cars like Emerson Axum around the bottom. He gets cut off by the 41 of Carson Macedo into turn number 1. Parker Price Miller around the outside of Axum, move PPM up to the 5th spot.
We were 3 wide for 4th, and here comes PPM. He'll throw another slider at Carson Macedo, and there's Axum on the bottom, side by side for 4th at the white flag.
1 lap to go as Carson Macedo has that spot secured, but into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. It'll be 2 years in a row. He's a Double Down dual feature winner. Corey Day gets it done. Giovanni Scelzi second, Justin Peck third, 4th at the line. Parker Price Mill over Carson Macedo. I don't think we had enough cameras to cover all the action here one night ago, Blake Anderson, but there's a look at Brent Marks, who is undefeated so far this week in races that he has been a part of back at Fremont on Monday night and, of course, yesterday here during the Group A feature.
Boy, if we get another feature like that tonight, we might need an oxygen tank up here for the both of us, because that was incredible. Brent Marks is just, his whole season has turned around in the last month. I think he's getting a TikTok interview here. She does TikTok interviews all the time.
Oh, does she? I didn't know who that was, but
I see her on TikTok.
Look at that. Brent Marks is making some more fans down there, but yeah, he's been on the charge when it comes to the point standings with Interstate Batteries. High Limit Racing was down as far as, I want to say, 11th or 12th at one point. Yeah, and now he's up to 6th place and just 15 points behind Tyler Cordy for 4th. And, of course, no points on the line tonight, but we'll get back after it on Tuesday at Lernerville.
And that could be fun. We were just talking about Lernerville, how fun Lernerville Speedway is. And you guys have a big swing coming up where we could really see some big swings in the point standings heading into another $100,000 to win race in a week and a half.
Yeah, next week, Tuesday, Lernerville Speedway, then Thursday and Friday up in New York at State Line and Ransomville, and right on over to the Bob Weichert Memorial for the $100,000 to win race there at Port Royal Speedway. We're going to go to a break here on Flow once again, but we are about 5 minutes away from opening ceremonies here at the Joker's Jackpot, with Interstate moments away from opening ceremonies getting underway here at the Eldora Speedway for the 3rd annual Joker's Jackpot with Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing. And with that being said, we're now ready for those opening ceremonies. So let's go down to the victory lane stage with Tony Laporta.
Thanks very much, Chase. We are down here in the infield, the Eldora Speedway, and standing on what will become Whiskey Myers Victory Lane a little later on tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of this fantastic facility, the Eldora Speedway, and all of us at Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing, I want to welcome you to the Eldora Speedway. And I got a question, folks. Are you ready for a great night of racing? We have got a lot of action in store for you, and in just under 10 minutes, we're going to be live on Fox Sports 1, and when we go live to the world, we're going to need all of your help to welcome that national and international audience here to the world's greatest dirt track. So again, on behalf of everyone here at Eldora, thank you so much for attending this weekend's events. At this time, I'm very proud to introduce you to this week's Miss Eldoras. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for Alex, Savannah, and Abby? They are a part of what makes Eldora Speedway so very special. At this time, let's go back upstairs to Chase Rodman and Blake Anderson to explain tonight's event format.
Thank you very much, Tony. Yes, so there are going to be 5 races on the card tonight, Blake. Of course, we're going to start things off with our 2 C main events. Each of those will be 10 laps in distance, and the top 4 will transfer to the back of the B mains, which we talked about earlier. During those hot laps, we saw just how stacked those B mains are. 15 laps in those B mains, a little bit longer than normal, and the top 6 drivers will transfer to the back of the feature, and they'll make up the inside and the outside of rows 7 through 13.
Yeah, B main 1 will make up the inside rows, B main 2 will make up the outside rows. So if you win B main 2, you're going to start on the outside of row number 7. Row 7 is going to be where things start because we have 12 cars locked in out of last night's prelim. So it's going to be great racing. Those B mains, 15 laps, they are going to be intense.
They're going to be cutthroat, no question about it. Then that moves us on to the feature, which is going to be 35 laps in distance, and of course, pay a big $100,000 to the winner. Tony Laporta, back down to you.
Thank you, Chase. At this time, I ask all of you who are in attendance with us here at the Eldora Speedway, if you are able to please rise as we welcome Eldora Speedway track chaplain Mike Unger to lead us in tonight's invocation.
Let us pray. Lord, again, we thank you for another beautiful night here at Eldora Speedway. We thank you for everything you do for us, Lord, and we especially thank you for all the men and women who have fought to give us the freedom to be here and do what we all love to do. So, Lord, just be with all of them. Be with everybody here tonight. Keep everybody safe, all the drivers and stuff, and, Lord, be with all our first responders as we give you all the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain standing as we move farther and farther into tonight's opening ceremonies and we prepare to honor America with the live performance of tonight's national anthem. Gentlemen, I ask that you please remove cover as we welcome to perform tonight's national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please make a lot of noise for tonight's national anthem performer, the one, the only, Miss Holly Eaton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Eldora Speedway, how about it one more time for Holly Eaton? All right, Eldora, talk to me. Are you ready to go sprint car racing? We are too. It is time to go racing at the Big E. It's time to battle for $100,000, and that means it's time to get all charged up with Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing.